Hey, welcome back here. Let's do another GPO. This time we're gonna remove all local admin access to users across the board, across your organization. There's multiple ways to remove them. You can log in directly. You can log into the computer management, but we want to do a GPO and remove them because what happens a lot of times in organizations is they'll submit a ticket to get access because they're testing a new app and they need access. They don't have time to get a admin in there with access and so so forth so on. They'll request the access. You give them the access, and then the admin will forget to circle back and remove access if they don't have a GPO to remove it, and they'll stay with the access forever, and they'll keep going. And this happens to a lot of users, not just one, two. I mean, depending on the size of the organization, if you're thousands of people, you'll have a mess. So this is a way to just remove them all and start centralizing everything. You put a GPO in place, so if you give access, you'll remove it in certain period of time. They need access for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, it'll get removed. But right now, this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to remove them, creating a GPO and removing all the local admin access. So I just logged into one of my clients. He logged in. I for the purpose of this video, I gave him access. Right, I gave two people access. So we're gonna test that GPO. And look, he has access. Right, here's the access. And let's log him out because once I do that GPO, I'll probably need to do a GPO update. And here's the other user. I want to make sure that they have access. We want to make sure that and these are VMs running on Hyper-V. So this works with VMware, with physical systems, join. You need to be a joint domain computer anyhow. So I'm not going to go through that because by this time of the video, you guys should know what to do. It's not. So I'm not circling back to try to. I am going to do a quick demonstration on the containers and the OUs. Here goes what she has access to. She's an admin of this computer, right? So she's a local administrator, so she can do a lot of changes, installs and stuff. Especially when a lot of users, there's some users that kind of download Grammarly or YouTube or any of that. We don't want none of that. We want to control our environment. So let's log her out. So let's go into our domain controller. These are my two users. Here's my domain controller. This is where everything is going to be done. I don't know why it takes a little bit seconds to. Okay. So let's log in. We can probably even do it. No, cancel. So here is Active Directory. We're gonna check the OU because for to create a GPO, a group policy, you need to create it on a container. We're not creating it. I don't know. I missed the checkpoint. We're not creating it on containers. We're creating it on OUs. So if you know by now, you should know what the difference are of an OU and a container. A container is where users get at it, computers get at it, domain controllers get at it, servers get at it, and a container by default you can't create no GPOs. So if you don't have a OU for a computer, you can create one. You go through the simple steps of creating one. Of course, you have to have the advanced feature on, and then you create it by doing where is it at? I think it's just right here. There's a couple ways to do it. Why am I getting stuck on trying to do that? That's not the point of this video. But new right here, new, and then you're gonna do organization unit. And once you create it, you redirect your computers, and this is the command right here. You redirect the domain computers that are joined to the computer, to the domain, so it can redirect to the new OU that you just created, so you don't go through moving one by one, because they normally default right here. Okay, that I wanted to just bring that up. So let's go ahead and start with our GPO, and I'll probably do another video with more explanation, but this is very important, and you'll see why. So let's go into our server manager, and then let's do tools, group policy management. That's where we're going to create the OU. Let's go into our domain, right, and then bring it down. So you see what I was talking about earlier. Like, this is your OU, and you don't have the computer container defaulted here because GPOs don't run on containers, right? Only OUs. Okay, make sure you guys know that. All you beginners probably don't know that, and you have to create one. By now, if you join an organization and you're doing the server, the admin side, system admin side, they're already going to have it set up. They're not going to. This is for beginners and to everybody to know. So okay, let's start creating the GPO. What am I doing? Create a GPO in this domain. All right. Let's name it local. Or remove local administrator access. Okay. I already done it. So we're gonna name this 1.0. I already tried this one time, but I don't know why I didn't. So let's edit this. And so we want to go down, we want to bury it down to the computer configurations, preferences, control panel, and settings. Here it is. You see that? Computer users and groups. And then you want to do new groups, right? New group, not a new user. We want to target all the users. So make sure you always have it on update. Other GPOs will be different, but the purpose of this one is we're going to update, and then group name is going to be administrator built in because that's what they have, right? And delete all members, right? That's what we want to do. And delete all members. Apply. I already done this, and I'm going to do this as a project before the end of the year, or hopefully before the beginning, or at the beginning of the year where I work. I'm going to try to see if I can clean up our Active Directory. So let's go ahead and say okay. Once it's created, and then you make sure you run a GPO update. By now you should know why you're doing this. And then once it's done, it's an immediate thing, as it should normally. And if you're doing this across the board to a lot of people, you can also do a GPO to force the policy on users. Because for my purpose of this video, I'm gonna log in and they might still have it, and I'm gonna have to run a GPO update on the client side. Let's log into both of them so we can see if our demonstration worked. It should, because I know it should. All these GPOs that I'm deploying on my lab, right? This is my lab environment. They work. So this is a two-part demonstration here. To, your OUs, containers, and your GPO to remove local admin access. Easy as that. Groups. Oh, look at that. She's still there. Okay. I knew we had to run this GP update. And you know what? I want to see the automation. See if see if it removes it, or we probably have to go log out. But let's see how powerful the GP update is. If not, I'll log out and log back in. Yeah, it didn't work. Let's see. Maybe this. Yeah, look at that. It is pretty powerful. You just have to close your you have to close the. So we know that it worked, right? Because they removed it. Now let's go check on Leo's. We want to clean out our and this. You can do this with a lot of different. You can do this with a lot of different other programs. Look at that, he's still on there. So we definitely have to create another GPO. I mean, you can, but if you have a home lab and you want to practice, this is what you want to test. You want to make sure. So what's the command? GP update. If you're gonna run this, you're gonna probably have users to log out, or you want to make sure that you don't interrupt their work, because if somebody from HR is writing, or the legal department is writing a very important email to, I don't know, to a claim or something that's worth millions, and you interrupt, then there goes your job. You got to make sure you might got to make sure you cover everything before you deploy anything. That's why there's change controls. Okay, let's do this. They're gone, and that's exactly and that's the whole purpose of this video. Okay, hopefully you guys learned something for this, because I'm gonna keep doing it, because I always learn from doing them more, and then from going over them. All right, have a good Sunday.